Welcome to the overview for the core coaching competencies self-paced module that will be in Canvas. Um, just to frame this for you, this is a great course for a refresher for good practices and also good reminders of practices as coaches. It's not a substitute for great conversations and dialogue. And we really encourage you to set out and kind of seek either other new school support specialists or new student success coaches, or even returning ones that you could maybe even go through this as a kind of a small group and kind of discuss it, think about practices, reflect on what you've learned, and kind of how you might apply it in your role. I really give out a gigantic thank you so much, Jim Hiller at Bonnie Slope. These PDs were offered by him to the student success coaches through Zoom during the 2000-2001 school year. He is phenomenal. The coaches really took to his guidance and what he was offering, and it was definitely value added to our work. And one other message I'd like to share with you is that there are many coaching frameworks. You have Elena Aguilar's Bright Mornings, you have Jim Knight's Impact Cycle, you have the International Coaching Federation, and that's the one we're going to be using. And this is based on conversational structure that supports effective coaching, active listening, and most importantly, teacher growth and helping teachers become autonomous. So that said, I'd like to make sure that you take a look at what we have in front of us. This is what the module will look like. It starts with staff considerations, and the staff consideration is literally just a why we're having this self-paced PD and understanding the format. Now, each session or each session is very predictable and is done in the same format each time, so that as you return, you won't have a lot of confusion. Everybody thrives with predictability, so we wanted to make sure we offered that for you within here. So you'll come in, you'll see the teacher overview. When you click the next button, you'll start with our first session, which is beliefs, relationships, and trust. And again, each session is formatted the same way. So let me just walk you through one of them, and then we'll close off this instructional video. So you'll notice that when we start, we have up at the top, how to be successful. There'll be a little welcoming, what to do, what to complete, and how to finish up. This one, again, is about beliefs, trust, and relationship. It'll give you a brief little overview. The video that you see in the middle of the screen is the actual professional development. They vary in length, but the entire session is meant to be 1 hour long. Once you get in with the PD, there's a reflection area. Now, we do consider that not everybody reflects in the same way, but we do want to keep some pacing for you, again, to keep this within the hour time limit. So I put a timer next to the reflection. You can use the timer again for the application part, but you'll see a reflection question. Think about that not everybody does reflect the same way. So if you're a journaler, or if you're a ponderer, or if you are a person who likes to go run and reflect, please do so. The reflection question then rolls into an application question. The application question is an opportunity to think about how this session could be applied to your practice. And then each session ends with an article or resource that you can use beyond the session. It is meant to be just an added resource and an added value toward your practice. Each session is identical to this setup. You'll have the lesson after beliefs, relationships, and trust. You'll go on to the conversation framework. Then a lesson following that would be mentor language. A lesson after that will be making successful suggestions, and then you'll end this self-paced professional development with entry. At the very end of all of this, there is a self-paced session feedback. We take your feedback very seriously, and it really does help us hone in on our practice and make sure that we're getting professional development to everybody that is meaningful and value added.